In the heart of the world's most secretive and authoritarian state, North Korea, lies a city that stands as a testament to the regime's power and control. Pyongyang, with its towering monuments and meticulously planned streets, is a place where the past and present collide in a unique and often unsettling way. Among the city's residents, an estimated 200 Americans live under the rule of the Kim dynasty. These individuals have chosen to make their homes in a country that is often shrouded in mystery and fear, a place where the outside world is kept at bay, and the regime's narrative is the only one that matters. Their presence in North Korea, a nation often called the Hermit Kingdom for its isolation, seems paradoxical. How do they navigate the complexities of life in a country where freedom is a foreign concept, and every move is watched and monitored? Why would any American choose to reside in a country known for its human rights abuses, political oppression, and economic hardship? The reasons are as varied as the individuals themselves. Some are drawn by a sense of adventure, a desire to experience life in one of the world's most isolated nations. Others are motivated by personal or professional commitments, such as humanitarian work or diplomatic missions. The answers are complex and varied, ranging from historical circumstances to personal convictions. The Korean War, which ended in an armistice rather than a peace treaty, left a legacy of division and tension that continues to shape the region today. For some Americans, their presence in North Korea is a direct result of this historical conflict, a way to bridge the gap between two nations that have been at odds for decades. This essay delves into the intriguing phenomenon of Americans living in North Korea, exploring their motivations, daily lives, and the broader political implications of their presence. It seeks to understand the unique challenges they face, from navigating the strict social and political norms to dealing with the constant surveillance and lack of personal freedom. It sheds light on the historical context that led to this unusual situation and examines the challenges and unique aspects of their experiences. Through interviews and personal stories, we gain insight into the daily lives of these expatriates, their interactions with locals, and their efforts to maintain a sense of normalcy in an environment that is anything but normal. Through their stories, we gain a rare glimpse into a closed society and grapple with the complexities of human choice and resilience in the face of extraordinary circumstances. These narratives not only highlight the resilience and adaptability of the human spirit, but also raise important questions about the nature of freedom, identity, and the lengths to which people will go to pursue their beliefs and goals, even in the most challenging of environments. The lives of these Americans in North Korea are a testament to the diverse and often surprising ways in which people can find common ground, even in the most unlikely of places. Their experiences offer a unique perspective on a country that remains largely misunderstood and misrepresented in the global narrative. As we explore their stories, we are reminded of the power of human connection and the ways in which individuals can transcend political and cultural barriers. Despite the challenges and risks, these Americans have found ways to build relationships, contribute to their communities, and navigate the complexities of life under the Kim regime. In the end, their stories are a powerful reminder of the resilience of the human spirit and the enduring quest for understanding and connection, even in the most isolated and controlled environments. Through their eyes, we gain a deeper understanding of North Korea and the people who call it home, offering a glimpse into a world that is often hidden from view. The presence of Americans in North Korea can be traced back to the Korean War, which lasted from 1950 to 1953. This conflict, often referred to as the Forgotten War, had profound and lasting impacts on the Korean Peninsula and the world at large. The war, a devastating conflict that divided the Korean Peninsula, saw the United States intervene on behalf of South Korea against the Communist North, supported by China and the Soviet Union. The intervention was part of a broader strategy of containment during the Cold War, aiming to prevent the spread of communism in Asia. The war ended in an armistice, not a peace treaty, leaving the two Koreas technically still at war. The armistice was signed at Panmunjom on July 27, 1953, creating the Korean Demilitarized Zone, a heavily fortified border that still exists today. In the aftermath of the war, a small number of American soldiers chose to defect to North Korea. These defections were rare but significant, as they represented a dramatic break from the norm and a complex interplay of personal, political, and ideological factors. Motivations varied, from disillusionment with the US military to ideological sympathy with communism. Some soldiers were disheartened by the brutality and futility of the conflict, while others were swayed by North Korean propaganda that promised a better life under communism. These defectors became some of the first Americans to permanently reside in North Korea, their lives forever intertwined with the legacy of the war. They were often used by the North Korean regime for propaganda purposes, appearing in films and broadcasts to denounce the United States and praise the communist way of life. Over time, some of these defectors married and started families, becoming part of the fabric of North Korean society. Their stories are a testament to the enduring and often surprising human consequences of geopolitical conflicts. While some early American residents were Korean War defectors, others were drawn to North Korea for a variety of reasons. Some were driven by political convictions, embracing the ideology of Juche, North Korea's official state ideology emphasizing self-reliance. Others were motivated by a desire to escape personal problems or legal troubles in the United States. Still, others were lured by promises of a better life, only to find the reality of North Korea vastly different from their expectations. The motivations of Americans who choose to live in North Korea are diverse and often complex, reflecting a mix of personal circumstances, political beliefs, and a yearning for something different. Section 4. Political pawns or bridges of understanding. A complex reality. The presence of Americans in North Korea raises complex political questions. Are they pawns in the regime's propaganda machine, used to legitimize its rule and demonstrate its supposed openness? Or can they serve as bridges of understanding, fostering cultural exchange and dialogue between two nations locked in a decades-long standoff? The reality is likely a nuanced mix of both. The North Korean government undoubtedly seeks to leverage the presence of Americans for its own political purposes. However, these individuals can also provide a unique window into North Korean society and potentially contribute to greater understanding between the two countries. Section 5. Navigating daily life, restrictions, and adaptations. Life for Americans in North Korea is a world apart from the freedoms and conveniences they would experience in the United States. The stark contrast between the bustling open streets of an American city and the controlled, monitored environment of Pyongyang is immediately apparent. They face strict government surveillance, limited freedom of movement, and restricted access to information. Surveillance cameras are omnipresent, and military personnel are a constant reminder of the regime's tight grip on daily life. Restricted zones are common, and venturing into these areas without permission can lead to severe consequences. Daily life is characterized by conformity to state ideology and a constant awareness of the ever-present eyes and ears of the regime. Participation in state-mandated activities, such as mass games and public demonstrations of loyalty, is not just encouraged but expected. Portraits of Kim Jong-un and other leaders adorn buildings, serving as a constant reminder of the regime's presence. Despite these challenges, Americans in North Korea have developed coping mechanisms and adaptations to navigate their unique circumstances. They form close-knit communities, often gathering in private settings to share experiences and provide mutual support. These gatherings offer a rare opportunity to speak freely and share information without the fear of being overheard. They rely on informal networks for support, discreetly sharing information and resources to help each other navigate the complexities of life in North Korea. These networks are vital for obtaining goods and services that are otherwise difficult to access, and find ways to carve out a semblance of normalcy within the confines of a highly controlled society. Social events such as dining together or celebrating special occasions provide a brief respite from the constant surveillance and restrictions. These moments of normalcy are cherished, offering a sense of community and belonging in an otherwise isolating environment. Additionally, some Americans engage in cultural exchange activities, participating in local traditions and customs to build bridges with the North Korean people. These interactions, though limited, help to foster a better understanding and mutual respect between the two cultures. Many expatriates also contribute to educational programs, such as teaching English, which not only provides a valuable service, but also creates opportunities for meaningful connections with the local population. These efforts, while small, can have a significant impact on both the expatriates and the North Koreans they interact with. Recreational activities such as hiking and exploring the North Korean landscapes offer another way for Americans to find solace and a sense of freedom. These activities, though limited, provide a much-needed escape from the rigid structure of daily life. Through these various adaptations and coping mechanisms, Americans in North Korea manage to navigate their unique circumstances, finding ways to maintain their identity and sense of self in a highly controlled and restrictive environment. Their resilience and resourcefulness are a testament to the human spirit's ability to adapt and thrive, even in the most challenging conditions. Section 6. Education and employment, limited opportunities and unique constraints. Educational and employment opportunities for Americans in North Korea are limited and often dictated by the state. Some may teach English or work as translators utilizing their language skills in a country where foreign language proficiency is rare. Others may find employment in state-run enterprises or organizations. However, career choices are restricted and upward mobility is limited, particularly for foreigners. Americans in North Korea must navigate a system where their skills and aspirations are often secondary to the needs and priorities of the state.